What is up, guys? It's Jacob, and today I will be cooking. Last video we went to the grocery store, and today I'm going to make dinner for my sister and her husband and myself. So yeah, this is my first time doing a cooking video, so please be nice. I hope you guys enjoy. We are going to be making a pork dish. So I have my pork here and just gonna put it over rice. Nothing crazy, something simple tonight. So let's get into it. First things first, we have to put on a pot of rice.
First things first.
So let's do that. We use Japanese rice. So here is our bag of rice. It is Japanese rice, but it's actually made or grown in the US, I think. So it's just a little rice pot, not a huge one, but I think we'll probably make 3 cups. 1, 2. And I often will just freeze the leftover rice, so if we have extra, we can just put it in the freezer. That's 3. Obviously, we have to wash the rice. A lot of Canadian people don't wash their rice, which is crazy to me. And then I actually don't use the lines. I just measure with my finger. Okay, that should be perfect. Rice in the rice pot. That's always the worst when you forget to make rice and you cook everything else and then you realize you don't have it. Start. This is a new rice cooker actually, Panasonic, Japanese. Okay, let's start with our pork. We're gonna cut it into cubes. They're really easy to cook that way, so that's how I like to do it. Iggy is also in the kitchen. Iggy, you're not supposed to be in the kitchen, buddy. Out. Iggy. We're just gonna cut this into cubes and we'll put it in here to do our seasoning.
Seasoning.
Perfect. So you just want them to be about this size. It cooks more quickly like that, so that's how I like to do it. If there's any recipe that you guys actually want me to cook, please comment below, because I like making all sorts of different things.
All sorts of.
Today's dish is gonna be kind of like a Vietnamese type of seasoning, but yeah, I can pretty much cook any type of cuisine, Italian, Japanese. Yeah, my dad owns a Japanese restaurant and I worked there for 10 years. So that's kind of how I learned how to cook. I'm obviously not a professional, but I can cook well enough that my family will enjoy it. Now that that's all cut up nice, we're gonna add the seasoning. Of course, we have to change cutting boards so we don't have any cross contamination. Have to be safe, have to be careful. New cutting board. We actually have a Japanese knife, which works really well. Such a nice knife, so I'm excited to use this as well. We're gonna peel our ginger, and I actually have a tip. The fastest way for me to peel ginger is actually with a spoon. So let's use a spoon and get the skin off. You see how easy that is? Look how easy it comes off. Look at that. I actually have a compost bin here, so I'm gonna peel it into this bin. In Canada, just like Japan, we have to compost, so we have to separate our garbage properly. Not every country does that, but Canada is very strict about separating natural waste, plastic, glass, those kinds of things. Now I'm just gonna take a grater and grate our ginger directly into the bowl. Yes, so we call this grating, to grate. I usually use a different grater like at my dad's restaurant, it's a little bit easier. This one doesn't have a handle, but that's okay. This will do.
This will do.
You gotta be careful here so you don't cut your fingers. When I worked at my dad's restaurant, I used to grate like maybe 20 of these every couple days. So it was a lot. So I'm kind of used to it.
I'm used to.
So you got all your ginger in there. So we call this a bulb of garlic. This is one bulb. And one of these pieces we call a clove of garlic. So we're actually gonna use the whole bulb because I really like garlic and I have a little bit of a cold. So it's really good for your immune system. So I'm just gonna crush all of my garlic and then peel it. So we just crush it like that, one hit, and everything will come off. So let's now mince our garlic. Mincing garlic can definitely make your hands smell really strong after. So I recommend actually washing your hands with limes. Vietnamese people use limes in a lot of cooking, so we usually have some in the house. I don't think I have any today, but that's okay. I'm just staying home today, so it's okay if I'm a little bit stinky. Now that we have our garlic chopped all nice and small, so now we're gonna mince this way. We wanna make sure it's really, really small so we don't get too much of a garlic bite.
A bite.
You can buy garlic already minced, but I noticed that the flavor is a lot better when I actually chop it or mince it myself. Okay. Now you see we got all the garlic, all the ginger, and now it's time to add seasoning. So we actually have a ton of different spices here. This is our spice drawer. But actually today, out of this spice drawer, we just need white pepper. And we're gonna season with peanut butter, salt. This is fish sauce, but it's actually in a soy sauce bottle. We just use the soy sauce bottle because it's a good fit. And then this is hoisin sauce. It's also very common in Vietnam. It's kind of sweet. My sister likes a little bit of a sweeter flavor for her seasoning, so I choose this one. So I just eyeball everything.
To eyeball.
I don't actually measure anything. Pepper first. I prefer white pepper because it's a little bit of a softer taste. And it has a little bit of sweetness. If you use black pepper, it can be a little bit overpowering.
Overpowering.
A lot of people don't cook with peanut butter, but I really like it because it doesn't have too much sugar in it, but it gives a little bit of sweetness and a little bit of fattiness to the dish. So I like one big scoop, about that much. And this is my favorite brand, this Kraft, the one with the bear. So this is my favorite. And that goes in. And with the leftover, eating peanut butter from a spoon gives me good memories because my grandpa used to just hand us the spoon and be like, oh, just eat it. I love peanut butter, and I think a lot of Canadian people love peanut butter. Japanese peanut butter, it's not even like, it's kind of like a peanut cream. I'll put a picture so you know what I'm talking about. I really don't like that one because it doesn't taste natural. Next is our hoisin sauce. Shake it up. And just 1, 2, 3. And then fish sauce, we have to be careful because it has a really, really strong flavor. I go around 2 times. 1, 2. I like to mix using tongs. You can use whatever you want. Mix, mix, mix. Wow, this is looking really good. You can see it's just all over every piece. Okay, let's wrap this up, throw it in the fridge, and then we're gonna cut our vegetables. And into the fridge we go. Wow, our fridge is so full. My sister has a smart fridge, which is super cool. So it's got like pictures of everyone. Oh, there I am. And it's got her schedule and everything. It's a pretty cool fridge, not gonna lie. Okay, so for our vegetables, we have 1 onion. Sorry, I'm watching basketball right now, so I'm kind of in the basketball mood. 1 set of green onion, cilantro, which a lot of Japanese people don't like, pakuchi. And we put that as a topping at the end. We'll eat it fresh on top. Now, usually I would dice this onion, but because we cubed our meat, I'm actually gonna make it into similar sizes to the meat. About that size right there. So we put that size in. I like to put it in a side bowl. And you want to break them up so that when you cook them, they don't stick together. I just realized I'm wearing a Dodgers Champions shirt. I'm a huge Dodgers fan, and it's nice now because Otani is playing there as well. Oh my gosh, my eyes. Ah, the onions. Ah. Okay, I need to finish up these onions quick, or else my eyes are I'm gonna start crying. Let's do it. Okay, now just chop up this green onion and cilantro, and then we can start cooking. We have a big wok. Turn on the fire. Get the fire going. I'm gonna use sesame oil. You don't have to, you can use any type of oil. Wait for the pan to get hot before you put the oil in. Okay, now that our pan is hot, let's go in with our olive oil, or not sesame oil, not olive oil. Oh wow, we got the smoke. Let's turn on the fan. Okay, let's go in with the onions first. Be careful, it's very hot. Once onions are in, we can put our meat in.
Something's burning.
Say hi.
Hi. Just kidding, nothing's burning.
Nothing is burning, yeah. I'm making her dinner, no complaints allowed. I'm going to mix this up a little bit and then put a lid on it. I'm gonna cover it for just a couple minutes so that all of the meat cooks through nicely. While we're waiting, I'll tell a little bit about my story with cooking. I actually have a rule. So in Japan, in Tokyo, I eat out a lot.
Eat out.
But it's not healthy to eat out every single day. So what I do is I have a rule that I make lunch always at my house. So I cook at home and then I can go out for dinner. That's kind of my rule. Well, it looks like our rice is beeping. So how do we look? Looks good. We can go in with our green onion to finish. One last mix. And that is our cilantro garnish. If we want more, I have more, so we can decide to put on more for each person. Very simple dinner tonight. Okie dokie. So we don't say itadakimasu. So what do we usually say before eating?
Thanks for dinner.
Thank you for dinner.
Thank you for dinner. And that's kind of what we say at the end.
But only if you cooked it.
Yeah, so if someone else makes dinner.
But like I wouldn't say that in a restaurant.
Yeah, so if you're at someone's house or if someone cooks for you, thank you for dinner. But when you're alone, you would never say that.
No.
Yeah, because in Japan they say itadakimasu even when they're alone. Let's dig in. Wow, this is like pretty saucy. Does it taste Vietnamese? Mm-hmm. Yeah. We will see you next time. Iggy, say goodbye. Bye-bye. See you next time. Thank you guys for watching.